Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Gumroad PR Reviews. Today we have Jono and Emmanuel with us. Let's get started. Hi Jono, hi Emmanuel.
Oh,
Hi.
So we will go from the oldest to the newest PRs. The oldest one we have is this PR. Yeah, I think this PR was reviewed yesterday by Emmanuel. Yeah, so this is still under works, right, Emmanuel?
And I think the solution is fine. I just wanted to make sure that the tests were passing. There is just that VCR problem for which I wasn't able yet to renew the cassettes properly. So I just need to figure it out, and then I think it should pass.
Awesome. I'll just open the. But it has issues. It has test failures related to subscription spec,
Yeah,
which is also
those are
test
the
fast.
ones. It's because he modified the test to fix the issue.
Okay.
But it calls for some. It makes network requests which requires new VCR cassettes, and he is not able to renew them.
I see. Okay. So yeah, sounds good. So we can move on to the next.
I just
PR.
didn't have time to take care of it today, but we can leave it on hold for now.
Sounds good. The other PR is the fix / improvement adds alert and autofocus on price input field when user offered price lower than minimum price required in product purchase page. Yeah, so this should be a very small PR, right?
Yeah, I remember the fix was good.
Okay.
I also checked it manually. I wanted the CI to be green as well. I think that the tests that are failing are flaky.
Okay.
What I usually do is I retry the jobs to make sure, but some tests have been failing consistently. It's just that they are completely unrelated to the PR. So I think there have been some attempts to fix those flaky tests, and it broke them in some other way because I think it's trying to expire the PCR cassettes and make an actual network request, and then it breaks in the other way. It's a bit complicated. But in any case, it's not related to this PR, so it can pass in my opinion.
Sounds good.
A lot of the flaky tests do fail if you trigger just that, like, test job again. Probably ordering issues or something.
Yeah.
So just whichever test it's picked to do in that run at this time. So I usually try and merge main and just run the whole suite again if there's, like, flaky tests that are not just like waiting for services or whatever.
You mean like updating the branch against main?
Yeah, update from main and just retrigger CI.
Yeah, that's what I did, and that's why I'm still a bit surprised.
No, so the same ones failed from. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, seems like these two tests fail very often.
Yeah.
So in that case, can we merge this pull request? I think should be okay, right?
I think we can merge it. It's been a while, so yeah, I think it's good for merging.
Awesome. I'll just post a comment as well. Reviewed during live stream. Merging up here. Yep. Awesome. I'll close this. We'll refresh. Okay, the next PR is installment offer code persistence.
Yeah, we reviewed that one in the previous live stream.
Okay.
And you had a comment stating that you wanted to make sure that this solution was working for both installments and memberships. And right now, the solution only targets installments, which is actually the scope of the issue. And at the same time, the solution is rather complex because it relies on the installment plan snapshot, and it adds a whole lot more fields in order to snapshot the offer code in addition to all the other snapshot information. So there is another solution because the purchase also stores the original discount code information in a dedicated table. And I think we could be able to leverage this to solve both problems about installments and memberships. So I was going to write down some feedback and close that PR accordingly.
Okay, got it. So for issues like this, do you think we should design the architecture internally and post our suggestions and thoughts on the original issues so that the contributors can pick them up and work based on
Yeah,
those suggestions?
I think we should update the scope of the issue probably, because
Yeah.
otherwise the contributors are going to keep pushing for partial fixes. There was a PR that I just closed that was actually providing a simpler fix, but that was missing out on the subsequent installments for a given purchase, but which was on the right track. So, but yeah, we will just clarify the scope of the issue later, and we can close it here.
Got it. Yeah, so for in the case of this PR, it makes DB changes, and probably these contributors don't have context on our database size or the record. So changes like the DB schema changes would be nice to be done by the team members itself. So I'll go back here and comment that Emmanuel reviewed during live stream. Not live stream, it's actually record session, right? Okay, so reviewed.
Yeah, sorry, I actually said live stream too.
Yeah, reviewed during the. I'll just say Emmanuel will review. Scope and add details to this PR / parent issue discussed during the review session. Emmanuel will scope and add PR / parent issue. Is this already assigned to you, Emmanuel? Yes, it is. I'll just comment that. Awesome. Okay, I'll close that. The next one is auto apply VAT ID to recurring subscription charges. Okay, this is also a large PR. Okay, it's a huge PR. I think mostly because of the changes in VCR cassettes. Yeah. Okay, so the original issue is add automatic VAT refund for recurring subscriptions. Add automatic VAT refund for recurring subscriptions when a customer enters a VAT ID during checkout. If a VAT ID is added after, allow for it to be applied on all charges moving forward automatically. Okay. Currently, customers need to create VAT refunds for every charge. Multiple customers have reported confusion related to this, thinking that they need to enter VAT ID only once to continuously get refunded. This will save time for customers and support staff. Yeah, it makes sense. So if you go to this help article, we provide an option for customers to enter their VAT ID, and once they do that, we automatically refund the VAT. I think that's how it works now. But currently, they have to do it for individual purchases. Ideally, we want that to happen for all purchases for a subscription or a membership. So let's see how they did that. Is this pull request already reviewed? Let me check that. No, it's a fresh pull request. So I'll just go through the PR description first. Okay, so solution.
You want to zoom in a bit, sorry.
Yeah.
You might want to zoom in for anyone.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Is this better now?
Yeah, I think
awesome.
So.
Great, thanks. The solution when a valid VAT ID is stored, either at checkout or via VAT refund, all future recurring charges automatically skip VAT. Store business white ID on subscription model. Okay. Capture white ID at 2 points. Checkout and at VAT refund. Okay. Priority order for white ID lookup. Subscription stored ID. Original purchase tax info. Original purchase refunds. And any subscription purchase refunds. Backfill service for existing subscriptions. Okay. No UI changes. Test results. A checklist. Air disclosure. Yeah, everything looks okay. Okay, this is purchase model. We are getting subscription. Update business white ID. Okay. If you go to subscription, how does it save the business white ID? Okay, this could be a new column on the table, business white ID. We'll go here. We are adding a column, or write a string, and also an index, business white ID, where business white ID is not null. Do we need this where condition over here?
I'm not sure we need to narrow down that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no specific benefit in doing that. We can remove the condition.
There's a comment actually that explains why he did this. right above
yeah.
the switches.
Oh,
He states that basically he wants to avoid bloating the index from null values because most of the curves are individual.
yeah. It can technically work. I'm just wondering if there is any downside to adding this condition.
Well, if we know from now on that we are never going to query subscriptions, well, if we know that we are always going to query subscriptions where the business VAT is not null, then yeah, I guess it makes sense. It's just that the index is likely not going to work if we do not exactly do that kind of query.
Okay, I think we can go back to the code changes and see where this particular column is being queried in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come back here. So here we are setting the purchase sales tax info to business white ID to the subscription. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. So in this case, will we keep on updating the subscription white ID? No, it's every time a new purchase record is created for subscription. How do we? Okay, it's not opening. I'll go here. And let me see where this particular code is being called. Okay, so this is create sales tax info. I think that should be a process without charging. Yeah, I think this, we call this when we create a purchase record, I believe. Yeah, prepare for charge. Okay, so this would mean we will keep on updating the subscriptions white
I
ID.
think the intent is he wants to have one source of truth when it comes to which VAT ID we should pick for invoicing, for subscription charges.
Okay.
And it should be plugged directly on the subscription. And I think his point of view is like you shouldn't have to compute and go on the latest purchase and then going through the purchase tax info. And I guess it could be perceived as a brutal solution. So I think he wants to synchronize that field to directly to the subscription paper.
For a lot of things, we do use the original purchase though for subscriptions. We don't store it on the subscription.
Yeah, because it's actually it's actually the up-to-date data. So yeah.
Yeah, and we do update the original purchase in a bunch of cases if the subscription changes.
So yeah, I'm on the fence here.
Yeah, I think there's also a case of VAT ID changing in between. Can that happen during the course of a subscription? I think there was a case like that. But the scope specifically says if the VAT ID is added after, allow it for it to be applied on all charges moving forward. I guess we shouldn't add a new column to subscription unless there is a specific need for it. What do you think?
Yeah, we have paper trail on purchases, so I believe we could add and backpropagate a new column on subscription if we decide we need it in the future. I'd be inclined not to do that to start with and just see if putting it on purchases works.
That is true. But
Yeah.
the one issue around that is that let's say a customer started a subscription and they added the VAT ID on the third or fourth recurring charge. So when we do that, we don't update the original purchase record, right? We only update that particular purchase record. So for the next recurring charge, we won't be using the VAT ID. I think in that case, we either need to look up the subscription's VAT ID, or we need to update original VAT ID, original purchase VAT ID if we enter VAT ID for any of the recurring purchases.
Actually, yeah, sorry, this is stored on purchase sales tax info, not purchase, which looks like we don't log changes to. So yeah, I wonder if that's meant to be immutable, in which case maybe it does make sense to store a separate column to record the changes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
Makes sense.
useful if we can see quite easily when someone changed it.
That is true. So yeah, in that case, it actually makes sense to keep to add a new column to subscriptions table, right? Since we cannot create purchase sales tax info on the original purchase record.
Yeah, I guess the options are either to do that or to take the latest purchase sales tax info, which seems maybe overcomplicated. So yeah, makes sense to me to add a column.
Yeah, that is true. So if you have to get the latest purchase VAT ID, then we have to get the list of all the purchases and get the ID from the latest record.
It's a bit confusing because we use the original purchase for so much other stuff
Yeah,
on subscription. So,
exactly.
it would be a bit weird if we only use the latest purchase for that one. So yeah.
Makes sense. In that case, I think we can add the business VAT ID here to keep it simple. Sounds good. Okay, so
Do we have any performance issues adding columns? I forget how heavy that is in MySQL.
should be okay. We use the PT online schema migration, and it will handle
Cool.
the migration change itself. Yeah.
It's not locking the table when we add a column.
Sorry, Manuel?
It's not locking the table when
Yeah.
we add a column, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I think a long time ago MySQL used to, and that was made it kind of horrible to add columns to large tables.
Yeah, I think MySQL still does that, but in our case, we have PT online schema migration, which would clone the table, add a new column to the new table, then swap it back with the original. So
right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that way it shouldn't block the table. Subscription update VAT ID. This is fine. This is good. So the one question here would be that should we update the business VAT ID if the subscription already has a business VAT ID? Oh, we are checking here, so should be okay. Sounds good. They're not doing it. Okay, so this is fine. We'll come here.
Hang on, does this not mean that we won't update it if they set a new business VAT ID on a later purchase?
That is correct. We won't.
Do we want to do that? I mean, do we not want to keep it in sync with the latest purchase?
We want to do that, but we want to do that only from the generate invoice form, right? The form where people can
Right.
enter the white ID. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, that should be the way. But as you said, looks like we won't be updating the subscriptions business white ID even that way. Let me check.
I would maybe rename that method then, because that sounds like we'll always update.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, like ensure business bad ID or yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
true. That is true. Update business white ID if white ID present. Oh, I actually had asked this question. So is it?
Oh yeah.
Was it? We shouldn't allow to change it. Generally, I don't think people would need to change it, and would usually be you see my service. Okay. So Michelle said we don't have to change it. Sounds good then. Yeah. I'll go here. Set white ID for purchase. What does it do? Set white ID, resolve white ID and purchase dot business white ID equal to white ID. Do we have a business white ID column on the purchase?
We have an Azure accessor, which I think is where we what we use to store the sales tax info.
Okay.
So that's presumably when we're doing a new charge for that subscription.
For the, I mean, this method call. Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not opening. I'll have to open here. Yeah, it
Okay.
is when we create a new charge here. Okay. Business white ID. I just want to see the purchase model as well. White ID. Okay, we have the ATR access, and what do we do? Oh, we will set the purchase white ID over here. Okay, sounds good. So that's fine. I'll go back here. What is resolve white ID? Okay, either this need to be present, an original purchase, sales tax info white ID presents. Okay, white ID from original purchase refund or white ID from any subscription purchase refund.
Do we need this? Is this like kind of back populating on the fly?
Yeah, probably to backfill. Oh, they already have a backfill service.
Yeah, I mean, after we run the backfill service,
Yeah.
do we need that?
Okay. Oh, so I think this is being used in the backfill service as well. So if we have this, do we need the backfill service? Is that what we were asking, Jano?
Oh, I was asking the opposite. Do we need that if we have the backfill service?
Okay.
If we just inline that into the backfill service, would that be enough? I guess the backfill will take a while, and we'll probably renew a bunch of subscriptions while it's going on. So maybe we do need it for now, but maybe we can remove it after the backfill is complete.
Sounds good. Yeah. I'll add a to do here. To-do. Oops. Where is it going? Okay. So please add an inline to remove this after we run the backfill service. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, we can remove this after the backfill service, and this is how it fetches. Okay, from any purchase refund, we are looking only at 10.
10 most recent, okay.
Yeah, most recent 10 purchases. Why 10? Why 10 specifically? I think we can keep it. I mean, we will anyways remove all this when we remove this method, I guess. So that's fine. But maybe we need to, yeah, we can run the backfill and see if there is any eligible subscription that can have a business white ID but doesn't have a business white ID. If that happens, then we can update this number.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about how long it'll take to run the backfill if we're running that for every subscription, but
Sure.
maybe it's fine. We can try.
Set white ID for purchase. Oh, yeah, this is fine. What was it doing before? So original purchase, it was checking at the original purchase. Either at the original purchase, sales tax info, or the refund of the original purchase. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this is okay. This is fine. We'll go to the refundable. The only change is one line: subscription dot update business white ID. Okay, if business white ID is present. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. So we will get the business white ID in the refundable only when the customer asks for a refund through the form. So if we are doing that, then we should be setting subscriptions business white ID from there, right? Not from the refundable. What do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. So currently, this refundable module will get the business white ID when the customer requests for a refund through our web UI.
Okay.
Yeah. So should we be setting the subscriptions business white ID through that controller action, or should we do that from the refundable?
Just refundable 242. What else is this doing?
Yeah, and also it is
It
assuming.
looks like it's a huge amount. So refund partial purchase. I mean, yeah, considering how much this is already doing, I don't really mind having it here personally.
Okay.
This feels like it should be a service to me, but it's currently a model method, so
Yeah.
I would be okay with keeping it here.
Okay. If the business white ID press it out.
Yeah, it's just that it's true that it's a bit confusing since it's not exactly related to refund at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, like
that is true. I'll just comment that. I think that way it would be more clear, right? More explicit what we are doing. Can we?
We do call this refund Gumroad taxes from admin and from a helper tool.
Okay.
And possibly from purchases controller send invoice. So it is a few different places to update if we do the controller method.
I see. In that case, it makes sense to have a subscription. Update the subscription here. That is fine. Just making sure it is the right way to do it.
I agree, it's a bit out of place here, though.
Yeah. Thinking about it, so do we call this method only to refund the VAT that we collected on subscription charges, or do we use this method for something else?
The controller actions look pretty generic, but I don't know if they're called in specific ways.
Okay. So we have 3 places, right?
Yeah, so admin purchases controller, internal helper purchases controller, and I believe in that that chargeable.refund Gumroad taxes will we'll call that
okay.
purchase.refund internally. So those 3 controllers.
Got it. So what about this method on charge? Do we use that? Purchase.
Charge.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Is that one? Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, it's a bit weird to have it here, but I think we can keep it here for now. But let's add a comment on why we need to add it. Please. Okay. I'm going to module one time. Okay, subscription were business white ID. We are getting each subscription. If there's white ID, we are skipping it. If there is no white ID, we are skipping it. But if there is white ID, we are updating it. And okay. All right. Subscription standard error. All right. Yeah, I think this is fine for backfill. So my question is, why do we need this index in that case? Why do we need this index at all? We are not querying with the VAT ID anywhere, right?
True.
Yeah. Do we need this index? Seems like we aren't querying subscriptions using business VAT ID anywhere. Okay. Going to spec. Transfers VAT ID from subscriptions stored business VAT ID to recurring charge. This is subscriptions. Okay, but where is the spec for the purchase? I'll go back here. Spec for this. I hope there is no spec, right? Yeah, there is no spec. So spec for this. Okay. We are creating a zip tax rate. Subscription, create subscription. Okay, original purchase. All right. We're charging the subscription. Charge purchase equal to subscription. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the new purchase has this business VAT ID, which is okay. And transfers VAT ID from a recurring charges VAT refund to subsequent charges. Okay, so this is the case when we add a subscription to a VAT ID to a recurring charge in between. Original purchase of session forms expect. Okay, 22. First charge, all right, and we are checking whether second charge also has business VAT ID and tax sends to 0. Okay, this is fine. I'll move to here. We have a new file for this. Why do we have a new file for it? We don't usually follow this pattern, right? We don't create a new file for a model. Either we split into concern and test the concerns separately, or we test it as a part of the model spec itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first comment would be to be spec to the yes, fine. Subscription update business VAT ID. Update subscriptions business VAT ID when not already set. Okay, it says that does not update subscriptions business VAT ID when already set. Okay, does not update subscriptions business VAT ID when nil is provided. Okay, yeah, makes sense. It does not update subscriptions VAT ID when empty string is provided. All right. Disguise subscription. Inconsistent. Test pattern. This could be a describe block inside description model spec. Spec. Okay. We can skip reviewing this file. We need to fix that first. We'll go back here. Before create backfills VAT ID from original purchases tax info. Backfills VAT ID from VAT refund on any purchase. Okay. Okay, nil to this. Okay, this is fine. without white ID. So does not have decision that already have a white ID. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. We will anyways remove this back. Okay. I'll add,
It continues processing if one subscription fails. Is that a pattern we often use in one-time services? One-time whatever jobs?
you mean to continue to resume if it breaks in between?
Yeah, we rescue standard error there and just log an error if it fails for a particular subscription.
Yeah.
Maybe that's fine, or maybe we should look into failures. I don't know if do we have a way of kind of aggregating and looking into failures that's not just looking at the logs, or is that just kind of what we do?
I think this is fine for now, because if we let's say if we get a list of subscriptions we cannot update, we probably won't be able to do anything else, right? We only have the data we already have, so we may have to leave those subscriptions like that itself. And also, in this case, we are going through each and every subscription, which actually makes sense given we have a feature where people can resume a cancel subscription instead of creating a new subscription. So it makes sense to update all subscriptions.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess it's not the end of the world if we don't backpopulate the VAT ID on a subscription because of some like weird inconsistent data or something.
Yeah.
In that case, we can just use the form to fix it later anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Review during PR review session. Is this already being reviewed? This is from the same contributor. We can skip, I guess.
Yeah, that one I sent over to Habak, I think.
Okay.
I wanted him to compare to this one to another PR on the same issue. There's a couple of different approaches that we might take, and yeah, he's probably got a better opinion than me.
Got it. This seems like a huge PR. Let me check the changes involved. Oh, this looks a very huge PR. Jonah, would you like to? Yeah.
A version of this or a different version of this? Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I mean, we do have a resend button somewhere, but I guess we don't have a button to send all missed posts. I think we can send it individually. We can check it, I guess. Jonah, would you like to drive the review of this PR?
Sure. Let me find that PR.
Okay, it's 2426. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, all right. I can see my screen?
Yeah, we can, yes.
So there are a couple of previous PRs. What happened on these? Emmanuel reviewed it, apparently. Cool. So it sounds like it was looking all right, barring some comments on the previous PR. So hopefully we don't need to look ultra carefully at this. So this PR enables a user to resend or mispost emails using a resend all button. Misposting can be further filtered by workflow using the select box. So we have a send missed posts section. And basically, I assume that the issue is that if creators send a lot of posts, that just builds up like millions of send buttons that you don't have to click individually. So that makes sense that we should allow you to resend all. Okay. So when resend all is clicked, we try to establish a non-blocking socket connection to listen on an email delivery status, and then an HTTP request. Blocks the resend all action and the resend action to prevent duplicate submissions. Triggers a sidekick job for delivering emails. to displace an alert message on completion. Okay. Emmanuel, do you remember why we want a socket connection here? That sounds complicated.
Jono, we lost your screen.
I think there was a
screen
review
sharing.
for which that explained that in the previous PR.
Okay.
I think there was a rather complex polling mechanism that was implemented before. It is possible that I vouched for a simple socket connection because we were already implementing something like that, and we didn't have to reinvent the wheel.
Okay. Right. So we were polling.
By the way, we no longer see your screen.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can see it now.
Is that back? All right. Right. So previously we polled, and presumably we polled inside the draw component, which means when they reopen it later, they'd still see a stale list. Okay. WebSockets to me sounds like a complex solution, but if any cable is a simple way of doing WebSockets, then that makes sense. Okay. Cool.
So, just to make sure, so why do we need the WebSockets on the front end? What are we trying to get? What kind of information are we trying to get?
We were reading the comment that I wrote earlier, and basically there was a case when if you close the drawer and then reopen it at the wrong moment, you might still see the list of the state emails that are about to be resent, because the polling mechanism isn't mounted when you close the drawer, and then when you reopen it, you get stale information. But yeah, the explanation is in the comment that Jono was reading in front of us right before.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so we're trying to keep these buttons disabled until it's finished trying to resend everything. Is that right? Or show this all called up status correctly, or both?
Looks like it.
So in all other parts of the application, we click, we enqueue a job, and we immediately show to the creator or the customer that the action has been performed, right? And then we do it in a batch at the back end. So why do we need to show the real-time information here? Should we do that, or can we follow the previous pattern itself?
Yeah, would it be that bad if we just got rid of that, and like if they close and reopen the drawer, then they can I mean, we can just show them the notification that it may take a little while to send, and they can refresh the page if they need to.
Yeah.
If we were to try that and see if creators get confused, and then add the WebSockets later if they do.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you think, Emmanuel?
Sorry, I'm trying to understand here. So you want to rely on a flash message when it's done, and if the user needs updated information, he should just refresh the page. That's what I understand.
Yeah, instead of introducing WebSockets just for this feature.
Well, I guess it would work. Not very UI friendly though, I think, but it's just that I'm not sure to understand what the big deal is against introducing WebSocket. It's not like we were never using it before. Like we already have an established pattern of how to send WebSocket messages from the backend to the front end. So we are just reusing. We should be just reusing an existing pattern here, right?
Makes sense. Yeah, actually,
On
we
the
use.
other hand, if it is an entirely new implementation that is way extremely complex, then no, obviously. But I think we are already supposed to use a pattern, and it should be just a few lines of code.
Yeah, Yeah, I think we use WebSockets for the community feature already. So we have the
We
infra
do, yeah.
in place, yeah.
This is adding 50 lines of a backend channel, and how much do we do on the front end?
And also the sending emails asynchronous, right? So even if they enqueue the jobs to send the emails, there is no guarantee that it would be sent within like 2 or 5 minutes. They may have to keep that drawer open for a long time, depending
We lost
upon.
your screen again.
Yeah. John, we lost your screen again.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's strange.
So when we resend the emails, we are still sending those emails asynchronously, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So, if we look at how this works.
Yeah. Is it a controller? Okay.
Where
Post
do we actually send these?
Yeah, it could be in the post controller, most likely in the post controller.
Send posts.
Send missed
Send
posts.
posts for.
Okay.
Missed email queues for delivery. Yeah.
Okay.
Post. Okay,
Yeah,
send this
it is
control.
async. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, it probably won't be a good idea to keep the creator to let the creator open that page for a long time and wait for them to actually send all emails. We should just show a message that the missing emails will be sent and in a flash message. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for all that we don't need to set up like WebSocket infrastructure and stuff, there's still a fair bit of logic for setting up the channel, like broadcasting the messages, handling everything on the front end. So I think if we can just try something much simpler first with just a flash message and maybe updating the UI. Where's the UI? We have the like you're all caught up thing when there aren't any to send, right? This one. If we just show something like this saying immediately saying we're resending all missed emails, this may take a few minutes, or something to that effect, then I don't think it's super likely that people will be like constantly refreshing or going back and forth trying to see if it succeeded or not.
That is true, yeah. And also, John, could you go to the original issue of that pull request just to see what the requirements are? Just want to make sure if there is any specific requirement.
My question would be, what happens if it happens? Basically, like if they do refresh the page and they still see a list of email that are eligible to be resent, although they did click resend all. The risk would be that some email could be resent twice. Maybe we could handle this on the back end, so the jobs could be idempotent or something.
Yeah, maybe we can enqueue a Redis key when they click the send all button with an expiry like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
But when we finish sending the emails, we can just clear that key, and based on that key, we can show the information whether show that button or not to resend all again. That would be a much simpler solution.
That would solve it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can cover that edge case, and we have a more robust solution, and we do not need WebSocket anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a parallel mechanism.
Error if it's still processing and show a flash message saying we're still trying to resend messages. Please wait and whatever. Please wait and try again.
Yeah, makes sense. Much simpler.
Yeah, and also in the case of using WebSockets, I guess even with this PR we will be doing something similar, because we are waiting for the sidekick to enqueue the jobs, right? We are not actually waiting for the sidekick to process the jobs. to let the creator know the emails have been sent.
Yeah.
Um, um,
Is there a way to expire that key when all the emails are sent too?
just at the end of the job, right?
The problem would be,
Because it's one job per email. So
yeah, we probably
I
cannot do
see, I see.
that.
Right. Okay, maybe we can't.
in Psychic, there is a feature called Psychic Batch, and so we can detect when the batch is complete. We can actually execute some code. So that would be ideal, but I think it's part of enterprise plan, which we might not have.
We have
We,
Psychic Pro, right?
yeah,
I
we
don't
have
know if
Sidekick Pro.
We do.
Yeah, we have
Because
Sidekick Pro.
the idea would be to set up a batch so that the batch includes all the jobs, and when that batch is complete, then we know and we can expire the key.
Yeah, that would be a good solution, I guess. We already use Sidekick Pros, but the only problem is that the contributor might not have access to Sidekick Pro. So they
yeah,
may
that's
not
what I
be.
was just gonna say. So
That's right.
can we do something like set up a batch if we have Sidekick Pro and do some other workaround if not?
There's actually another solution. So when they enqueue these Sidekick jobs to send the emails, we can also enqueue a different Sidekick job to check whether there is any missing email is present or not, to run after like 1 or 2 days. And that job will run. We'll check whether there is any missing email. If there is any missing email, we can show the information to seller, or we can just, based on that, we can choose to whether clear to clear the Redis queue or not. Basically, we can have a different Sidekick job to check whether is there any missing email or not. Yeah. Jonah, we lost your screen again.
Okay.
Will that work? What do you guys think?
So to make it clear in my mind, so we would set a Redis key, but an extra Sidekick job, which all emails yet. And then in the dropper, we can Redis key. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yeah. So the side, I'm just thinking what should be the function of that extra Sidekick job apart from checking for missed emails. So it will check for missed emails. If there is any missed email present, then it should just clear the Redis key so that the creator can resend again manually, right? That should be the flow.
Yeah. But it should probably check like a few times.
Yeah.
With,
yeah.
You know, retrying. Can we make a job retry without raising an error? We just like schedule the same job again?
Yeah, we have to schedule the same job again. I think we have that pattern in Pink's Sidekick job. We retry Pink's using the same job. Yeah. Yeah. So the flow would be like if there are missing emails present, enqueue for the same job to run again after 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. For a fixed number of times, like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. I think we can leave the rest of the PR, right? I mean, if they do this, then the whole PR would change.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What do we call this if it's not live reviews?
PR review session.
I guess we need to update our contributing guidelines as well. To
Yeah.
mention that.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can close this for now.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jenna, could you check what the next PR is? Oh, we lost your screen again. That's okay. I'll share my screen.
All right.
No problem. Screen one. Okay. The next one is all in Docker for Gumroad. Yeah. So this PR is different now.
I think the issue was closed as not planned by Sahil yesterday.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it was not. It was closed. But someone wrote about that issue and said that they already started working on it. So we allowed for them to continue. So maybe we can review all the open PRs, but we don't entertain new PRs.
Okay.
Yeah. So this PR is not reviewed before. Okay, I will just update the branch. There won't be any CA changes, but just making sure. Okay, the original issue was about running the whole Gumroad development environment using Docker with just one or two commands. So this pull request does build a bash script that must be used for building Gumroad Docker image. Okay, it accesses the version and passes as argument for Docker file. All right. Ideally, we should not even have to build the image manually or using a script. It should, if you use a Docker file and if you do Docker run, it would it run using Docker Compose? I'm just thinking. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this is a Docker file, app, Docker file for Gumroad, entry point, all right. Okay, this is the Compose, okay. Okay, mounted into containers. Certificates are generated automatically inside containers at runtime. So they are trusted by the host browser. Okay. All right. Yeah. So why we need this is because we use a tool called mkcert for local SL certificate, and it installs its own CSRs on the system. So if you run the Gumroad app within a Docker container, the certificate that we use inside the container has to work with the certificate on the host. So in this case, they are mounting the folder, and yeah, it should work. First run initialization, init script service runs to wait for database to be ready. Okay. Platform specific binaries. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's a long video, but let's see what I've done. So this is the bin. Oh, this is the make local command itself. Okay. Okay, it did. I'll go back here. Okay, this is the init, the new script that they're running. Okay, any cable is running. Oh, everything is running with just make local. Okay. Interesting. Seems like it worked.
I guess we are still waiting for the JS to compile.
Yeah.
Looks neat.
Nice. Looks neat. Yeah, very nice.
Well done.
Yeah. Interesting. So Docker image build. All right. Memory audit. That is fine. Docker image size. How size is that? Okay. Yeah, that's normal. Air disclosure confirmation. Okay. We can go to the code changes. Okay, this is the build app script.
So this supports macOS and Linux, I assume.
Linux. Yeah.
We probably want to consider supporting Windows if we're gonna, if the goal of this is to make it like convenient run once script.
Yeah, ideally it should run on Windows as well. But I think
It
if
could be
this,
done later though.
yeah, if
Can
this
we ask
is
for Windows users to like run Gumroad on WSL or something?
sorry, John, sorry, man, could you repeat?
For Windows users, can we ask them to run Gumroad locally on like WSL? Like,
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
So in that
yeah.
case, it will pass the Linux check if it's in WSL.
Okay, so macOS or Linux, okay. Yeah, so this would be an extra step people will have to take. They have to install mkcert on the host for our domain to work, which is okay. Ruby
Yeah, as
version.
another separate thing, it would be nice if we can automate that
Yeah,
for people.
that is true.
yeah, just like the package manager, you need to decide it beforehand what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if we supported like brew apt deb or something, sorry, apt what's the other one, RPM, and
But-
anything we
Yeah.
prompt to install, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think we can automate fairly easily on the Mac, but on Linux there are like different flavors of Linux, right? So different package manage as well. Would be hard to support all of them in the script.
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah, if we just pick a few common ones, then that probably solves
makes
it
sense. Yeah,
for most people.
yeah.
And then we can fall back to this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Installation of mkcert on macOS and a few popular Linux distros. The OS don't. If the users don't belong to that of predetermined script list, we can fall back to showing installation instruction or link to mkcert's docs. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're getting npm version, node version, and Ruby version. Great. All right, this is fine. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. We are building the Docker image here, which is great. Okay. Okay, these are the default versions. Fallback versions provided. This is good. Yeah, this looks similar to our existing Docker files, which is okay. Yeah, this is important. We generate certificate at runtime using host CA, root since process CA. Yeah, so just host CA. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Install production. Yeah, this is to avoid Sidekick Pro. These are good. Then this is entry point. Okay, we remove the previous PID files. mkcert. Okay. We check for MKCert over there. Generate SSL certificates using host MKCert CA. Okay. CA route to this. Okay, we create the certificates. That is all right. We can potentially reuse this script over here, but to keep it simple, let's duplicate. It's okay. We copying route CA and shared CA, shared volume for combining with the system CA. Okay. System CA file. All right. Okay, same code as bin day. We want this. We probably need to set the Ruby SL cert as well. I'm just checking bin day. Yeah, we probably need to set this as well. Are we setting that? Oh, yeah, we are setting here. Okay. This is for Ruby and this is for Node. Okay. Wait, entry point looks. Run the container command, and the container command would be this. Okay.
The stuff that's shared with bin dev is a bit more involved. I'd be more inclined to share that, but maybe it's still fine. We can always tidy this up later.
Sure. And this would be the local nginx config uses. Oh, they are updating the local nginx that we use now. I'm just
we should create a new nginx or something, right?
Yeah, or we can update just to make sure that we need to make sure it works both in Docker and also not outside the Docker.
Yeah.
Any cable. All right. Recent request passes browser nginx layers. Gonna go B68. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I'll just make sure. Okay, we need this nginx config to work both inside Docker container. Let me check how they are doing the.
Actually, yeah, it's modifying the existing Docker Compose local as well, right? So this presumably will not work with dev.
That is true. This is an existing file, right? Docker Compose local. This is the app. I'll just
so
go
we
here.
want to continue running Gumroad the way we do now at
Yeah.
the same time.
True. Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to break, I guess.
Yeah.
At least until we can be confident that everyone can run it reasonably in Docker and so on.
Yeah, but we may still run into performance issues on Mac with Docker when running tests and stuff.
Yeah, I strongly suspect that too. So
use nginx current local dev environment.
So we will need to rely on a different config file.
Most likely, yeah. We should be able to use this nginx config in the current local dev environment as well as in the new Docker-based setup. Will that work? Will that work? We can ask them. Just do a review comment. Okay, this is the update to the compose file. We are mounting this volumes, workspace, node modules. Okay, only for Since it's platform specific binary, all right. Okay. Yes, certificates to shared as certificate. Okay, these are the local MK-cert instances.
Presumably these mounts will just silently do nothing if the directory doesn't exist locally.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so based on their demo video, they ran the video that particular demo on Mac. So I hope they had this line in the config at that time and it didn't break, so it should work. env file, okay, override only Docker networking values. Okay, this service used to run one-time set of scripts. Okay, for DB repair setup and stuff like that. Okay, depends on all this. Web, okay. To run this command, webpack. Yeah, all these are great. Yeah, I like the pattern. It looks like they did really well. So they had one parent config at the top, and they are reusing the same for all these services, which is nice. With the custom configs, okay, it's fine. Oh, okay. We're adding. So this is heavy load of compiling from source code for large gems like gRPC. Makes sense. Okay, so I'll just ask them.
Yeah, if we can get the config split for bindev and running in Docker, then this actually looks great.
Yeah, exactly. It looks great overall. Add a few questions. Please take a place. Please take a look. So review. Review during today's PR review session. Signing probably won't work, but it's okay. Okay, this is fine. I'll close this. Yeah, I think we can wrap for today. It was a good session. We merged a few and we posted feedback on a few other pull requests. Awesome. Thank you, Emmanuel and Jono.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.